Price can be manipulated, but volume can't be manipulated. You must have heard that before, that when big players are accumulating some stocks at specific level, they try to hide the price, but volume they can't hide it. So that is why if you are a price action trader and you know how to read the volume on the charts, then you have a great edge in trading, because you know that price goes up and down because of the only two factor, that is, one is price, second is volume. So that is why as a second video of our swing trading video series, I am making this video about volumes in trading. So in this video I am going to discuss how to know when the trend is strong. For example, you see that sometime trend is very strong and you are in two minds whether should I enter here or should I wait, whether the trend will continue or trend will reverse. So along with the price, focusing on the volume patterns, many times you can come to know whether the trend is going to continue or going to reverse. Second thing is about the trend reversal. That means sometimes you see that it is in the strong trend and you are again in two minds whether should you enter or it will reverse. And the third one is about the taking the breakout trades. Even in breakout trades, volume plays an important role. That means many times along with the price action, if you also focus on volume, many times you will come to know whether that breakout is going to continue or it is going to fail. And these are the three things which I'll be discussing in today's video, where I'll be deep diving into the volumes and I'll discuss how focusing on volume you can take high probability trades. And along with these three important things, also I am going to discuss one very powerful volume indicator which I have not discussed anywhere in my earlier videos. And this video I am going to show you one of the very powerful volume indicator which you can apply on your chart to know where at what exact price big players likely accumulated that stock. I want to bust a myth or mistake where many traders they do it which they still don't know, and that one is whenever they look at this chart, you can see that in this chart both there are candlestick and there are volumes. So what they think, red volume bars, they think that they are sellers. That means there are more sellers. When they see that it's a green bars, they think that it is more buyers. So that is wrong. Okay. So it is not about how many buyers, how many sellers. Volume bars colors directly depends on the candlestick. Whatever the candlestick colors, volume bars will show the same colors. Okay, for example, you can see that from here to here it was only red candlestick. So that is why you can see that from here to here it was only red bars. But here you can see that suddenly one green candle came, so that you can see that volume also green. Okay, volume bar will just show you the transaction. That means how many volumes changed hands on that particular candlestick. So the volume bar, whatever you see green or red color, that depends on what is the candlestick color. So that is what, again I repeat, don't focus on the color of the volume bar, focus on the size of the volume bar. And that is what volume bar will tell you, only the number of transaction. It will not tell you number of buyers or number of sellers. And now we'll discuss the first point, that is how to know whether the trend is going to continue or trend is going to reversal based on volume pattern. Okay, for example, you assume that this is a stock which is in the strong uptrend. You know that sometimes in the uptrend it makes consolidation, then it starts its trend, right? Again it goes up, then sometime it makes a pullback, again it start going up. That is how it happens. Sometimes it makes a pullback and sometimes it makes a consolidation. So when it is making a pullback, when it is making a consolidation, you have to see what volumes are saying. Here you can see that it is making a pullback, here it is making consolidation. So here you have to see what volumes are saying. For example, you can see that here it is consolidation, but here it was making a strong trend. Here it was making a strong trend. Here it was making a strong trend, right? So you have to see bigger volumes when that stock going in the trend, and when that stock making a consolidation or pullback, volume should be lower. During the consolidation phase or pullback phase, if volume is lower compared to what volume was when it was trending, that shows that less interest from participants to take that stock down. Okay, now we will see with the real chart to understand this better. For this video purpose, I have taken the example of Aurobindo Pharma from February 2023 till July 2023. And you can see that during that period, Aurobindo Pharma was trading in the strong uptrend, right? Now, what I said, you have to mark the levels where it was making consolidation or a pullback. For example, you can see that this is the level where it was making some consolidation. This is the level where it was making some consolidation, right? This is the level where it was making consolidation. But which are the levels where it was making a strong uptrend? For example, this is the level where it was making a strong uptrend. And here you can see that strong uptrend, right? Here you can see that strong uptrend, right? Here you can see that strong uptrend. So first we'll see how was the volume when stock was trading in the consolidation. This is the consolidation phase, and you can see that volumes are very less. So that is what I said. Volume should be lesser compared to when that stock was in the trend. Here it was trending, here volume was higher. Again, if you look at this was a strong trend, and you can see that volume also very big. Here it was making some consolidation, and you can see that volumes are very small, right? Now you are understanding. Here you can see that it was making a strong consolidation for few days, and look at the volumes. Volumes were very less. Then you can see that from here, it started going up. Volumes have started picking up. Here you can see that again started going in the strong trend, and you can see that here also volume started picking up. Now I'll give you another example, that is Divi's Lab. Somewhere from April 2023 till the end of August 2023, Divi's Lab was in the strong uptrend. So which are the places where it was making a strong uptrend? You can see that it was making a strong uptrend here, and volume bars also were higher. Here it was making a pullback, and look at the volume. Volume were smaller. Here again it was making a strong uptrend, and you can see that huge volume bars, right? When it was making a consolidation, you can see that volume bars were smaller. When it was making a big move, you can see that volume bars were bigger. So that is what you have to analyze the chart. So when there is a pullback or a consolidation is happening in a strong uptrend, volumes are lesser. That means what? There is less interest from sellers to take the stocks down. So that is how you have to analyze the volume along with the price. And the second one, now we'll see how with the help of volume, when we'll come to know trend is likely to reverse. Okay, now the next one we'll say how to know where market is likely to reverse based on volumes. That means if you see that some stocks are keeps on falling, and suddenly it makes a V reversal, right? This is known as trend reversal. That means from here stock was in the strong downtrend and suddenly made a V reversal. How to know that this is the level where it is likely to make a reversal? For that, again, you have to see the volume. For example, when price already stretched too much mean it is making a how many? Almost it has made 8 to 9 red candles. When you think that it is stretched too much from some levels due to some news or whatever it could be, then you have to closely watch the volumes. You have to see what is the volume. That means last few candles volumes are suddenly started increasing compared to its left. Many people think that when there is a huge volumes, when prices stretch too much, they think that big selling pressure, but it is opposite. When you see that price is stretched too much and it is making a big volumes, that is likely to be a reversal. Okay, so there is a bunch of huge volumes after a big fall, that is likely to be a reversal. Okay, now for this video purpose, I've taken the example of Adani Enterprises. Look at the Adani Enterprises stocks, and you can see that it made a huge fall here, and after that V reversal, right? So how to know that this is the candle where price is likely to reverse? First, you have to see how much it stretched. You can see that it started selling from here and already it stretched too much, right? From this level. So that means price is oversold. Now you can't take the trade just based on oversold. For that, you have to see the volumes here. Can you see the volumes here? Huge volumes compared to its left, right? Many novice traders may think that, oh, look at this, volumes are increasing. That means selling pressure will continue like this. No, this is not an indication that selling pressure will continue. This is the indication about people who started shorting aggressively. They are now profit booking. That means they are booking their profit where Profit booking means what? That means they have to reverse their position. Earlier they were sellers, now they have to square off, mean they have to buy the position. So that is what one of the indication. For that you have to see huge volume. Another thing is that that instrument must have stretched too much. And another thing I said, while in the live market, difficult to say that this is the candle you can take a long entry, right? Many times you don't know that. Sometimes it can again come down. So that is why what I said, mark that level, because from there price started going up. Volumes also was showing you. Now when price retest that level, okay, around this level, that could be one of the best place to take a long trade. So there is something called selling climax in trading. Okay, this is called selling climax. How to know the selling climax? With extraordinary volume, if you see when price is stretched too much, and if it is opposite, then we will call buying climax. Let us see the chart of buying climax also. Okay, now I'll give you example of buying climax. Look at this chart. This is the Ambuja Cement stocks. This is the example of August 2022. Okay, so what you can see here, you can see that from here price started going parabolic way and already it stretched too much. And now look at the volumes. You can see that extraordinary high volumes when price stretched too much. That means it is likely to make a reversal very soon. Okay, so that means these volumes are very high compared to the left and it already stretched too much. But again, what I was telling you that exactly telling which candle price will reverse, that is very difficult. For that, what I said, mark that level where it made a extraordinary high volumes when price stretched too much. So this is the place it reversed. So what you do, if price again retest that level, so now you know that that is the place where you can think about taking a short trade, because earlier it was a strong supply zone. And the third one is about the breakouts. Now we'll come to know with the help of volume how you will know whether that breakout likely to continue or that breakout likely to fail. Again, I have taken the Ambuja cement stock only like earlier chart example. So you can see that this is the Ambuja cement stock, and you can see that from the month of May 2022 till almost 12th August 2022, you can see that Ambuja Cement was making a strong consolidation, right? And around 16th August, you can see that it made a breakout. 16th August 2022, it made a breakout. And first thing what you have to see, once you have seen that candlestick is making a breakout, next you have to see the volume, right? Look at the volume about the candlestick. Volume, you can see that that candlestick has a higher volume compared to its left. Even though here there was a huge volume, but compared to that, you can see that huge volume compared to the bars on its left side. So that means it is likely to be a real breakout because volume also supporting. Another thing you can see that after that you can see that it made again some consolidation, and you can see that here also it made a breakout. That is 6 September 2022. And if you look at the volume bar, you can see that again this volume bar is higher compared to left. And here also another example, this is the Bank of India was making a strong consolidation for a long time. And you can see that this is the candle which made a breakout on 25th October 2022. And if you look at the volume bars on the left, you can see that this volume bar is the bigger size compared to its left. So that means more and more buyers are participating in that breakout. And the next one, as I said earlier, I am going to show you one very powerful indicator which will tell you where most of the accumulation took place. That means what is the exact price level where that accumulation took place, so that you can take that level as a support or resistance. And that indicator name is volume profile indicator. Okay, now next is volume profile indicator. For this video purpose, I'll take this chart of Asian Paints. So here you can see that price is not telling you anything. It is just staying in the sideways. And if you look at the volumes also not telling you anything. Okay, I'm taking the period from February till end of June. I know that there is some accumulation is taking place from big players. That is why it is staying sideways. But what level they are accumulating? What is the price level they are accumulating? That I'm not coming to know with the price, neither with volume. For that, there is an indicator called volume profile indicator. You can see that already I have that indicator in my favorite section. You can go to indicator and click fixed range volume profile, and once you click it, it will ask me from which range to which range I need this information. For that, I'll click from February till May, and when I click it, this is how it looks like. Okay, so you can see that volumes now comes on the y-axis. Here volumes were on the x-axis, here it is coming on y-axis. So what actually tells me that you can see that this is the level where huge accumulation is happening. Okay, the bar which is coming outside, that shows that highest volume. Compared to here, you can see that this is where highest accumulation taken place, and you can see that there is a black line. What that black line is saying that around 2880, that is where strong accumulation is happening. So now, being a price action trader, I have a information that around 2880, that is where strong buying can happen. And once you mark this level, that this is the level, that is 2880, that is where strong buying has happened. That means based on volume, that is the strong support, right? So one can mark that support and see after that where exactly around that level price started taking support and started going up. And this volume profile subject is a very big subject which can't be discussed in couple of minutes. So that is why if you are interested, you can let me know, so that in the next video I'll make an exclusive video on volume profile indicator. Now couple of things I want to remind you here is that volume and price both are important in the chart, but you can't trade only based on volume. You should give first importance to price, next importance to volume. So keep volume along with the price as a reference or as a additional support, but don't trade just based on volume. And the second thing is that compared to smaller time frame, volume works better on higher time frame. So with this video, you must have gained some knowledge on how to use volumes on the chart. And also I want to remind you that don't go with whatever I discuss in my videos. You have to do back testing. That means go back to previous 1 year, 2 years charts and see whatever I discussed in videos, whether it is matching. Do the back testing, and that will give you confidence in the live market. So that's it guys from my side. I'll see you soon with a new video. Until then, bye and take care.